We invite Sri K. Srinivasan, Chairman of the Prime Point Foundation, for the welcome address.
Respected Your Excellency, Dr. K. Rosaiah, Governor of our state Tamil Nadu, Mr. T.S. Krishna Murthy, Professor Murthy, Dr. Sudarshan, and award-winning MPs, my dear friends. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all for this unique event where we are going to celebrate the success of some few people, achievements of some people. We have been talking about the negative or where the cynicism prevails on many issues. We thought from the Prime Point Foundation and the ISA and presence that why not we celebrate the glory of the people who are doing extremely well inside the parliament. We have with us the top 5 people of the 545 member Lok Sabha. We are going to have a panel discussion with them, and we are also going to have an eminent panelist in the afternoon session as national seminar on politics, democracy and governance. And we are going to discuss about the various problems and the solutions. We are not going to talk only about the problems. Where are we? What are the stakeholders' responsibilities? We are going to talk, and we are extremely delighted that our Excellency the Governor has agreed to inaugurate the seminar, and Mr. T.S. Krishnamurthy has agreed to present the awards to the Sansad Ratna Awards. This is the 4th year in succession that we are doing the Sansad Ratna Award scheme. I welcome you all. Thank you, friends.
We request Sri T.S. Krishnamurthy to present the Sansad Ratna Awards 2013 to the top performing members of Parliament for the period June 4, 2009 up to March 22, 2013, based on the total tally consisting of participation in debates, introduction of private members' bills, and raising questions by the MPs. The first MP invited on the dais for the award, Sri Anand Rao Adsul, Shiv Sena MP from Maharashtra. He is the top performer with a total tally of 1,091. He is number 1 in raising questions. He is receiving the award for the 4th consecutive year. Next in line, Shri S.S. Ramasubbu, Congress MP from Tamil Nadu, with a total tally of 1,038. He is number 1 among the Tamil Nadu MPs. He is receiving the award for the 4th consecutive year. The next awardee, Sri Arjun Ram Meghwal, is not able to reach on time because of the delay in the flight. He is the BJP MP from Rajasthan with a total tally of 1,002. He is number 1 for participation in debates, and he had received the award in 2012 too. Next, Sri Hansraj Gangaram Ahe, BJP MP from Maharashtra, with a total tally of 996. He is number 1 for introducing the maximum number of private member bills in Lok Sabha. He is receiving the award for the 4th consecutive year. For the first time, the Sansad Ratna Award is presented to the top performing women MPs in recognition of women empowerment in the governance of the country. We invite Srimati Rama Devi, BJP MP from Bihar, with a total tally of 579 as the first woman recipient of this award. She ranks 3rd among the women MPs for the total tally. the final awardee, Dr. Jhansi Bocha Lakshmi, Congress MP from Andhra Pradesh, with a total tally of 478. She is number one among the women MPs for participation in debate. Thank you, Mr. Krishna Murthy. Thank you and congratulations, honorable members. Mr. Krishna Murthy will now deliver the keynote address.
Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Shri Rosaiah ji, Mr. Ramamurthy, Mr. Srinivasan, Mr. Sudarshan, distinguished members of the Parliament, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me compliment the Prime Point Foundation and Mr. Srinivasan for taking this initiative. Almost regularly every year to significantly record and appreciate the work done by the members of the Parliament. I hope he will also bring in some such function for the members of the Legislative Assembly as well. We are all very proud of being part of an Indian democratic experiment. We have many things to be proud about, but we have also got a few things to be ashamed about. But it is good that our Parliament has been very active and has been promoting the cause of democracy. I am reminded of a famous statement of Edmund Burke when he said that when you elect representatives for the Parliament, elect such representatives who will represent the constituency first. But if there is a conflict between the constituency interest and the national interest, elect such representative who will look for the national interest, who will defend the national interest rather than the constituency interest. I am glad that there are many members of Parliament who are doing this job, but there are also many situations where you will not get encouragement about the quality of democracy. Once I remember I mentioned to the then Lok Sabha Speaker that from the Election Commission we try to elect the candidates for the Parliament, and in the Parliament the conduct, character, the abilities and the achievements of the parliamentarians are decided and regulated by you. So we have a common role to play, and I think he entirely agreed. The point is that if our democracy has to survive, we have to ensure that our Parliament functions properly and effectively. They have a business to do, they have to legislate laws, they have to ensure proper implementation of the laws. Unfortunately, at a point of time that we have now, people are gradually losing faith. The public anger and discontent is increasing, and more so against the politicians. We should not encourage that. Politicians, there are good politicians, there are bad politicians, there are inefficient politicians, but I think it is our duty to elect the right representatives and to keep a watch over the democracy and keep on feeding the representatives as to what they should do and what they should not do. Number of reform proposals have been sent and they are under consideration, but I personally feel that the quality of democracy can be improved if only a few of the important reforms that have been suggested are taken up seriously. One of the reforms we have suggested is that the first past post system must change. Otherwise, you find that people with even 15 to 20% of the votes get elected. The second suggestion is regarding the money power, because really genuine people, they are afraid of entering the electoral fray because they don't have the money power to deal with that. And in fact, one of the suggestions I have made is that the entire election funding should be met by the government, and the government should allow 100% tax deductible donations to companies and individuals who contribute to this fund, and there should be no donation to any party or to any corporate donation to any party or an individual, to ensure that there is no nexus between the corporates and the political parties. The third suggestion that we have made is that there should be a separate law for political parties to ensure that the political parties function more democratically. With these three suggestions, I am sure the quality of democracy can substantially improve in this country. While we are proud of the way the parliament has been functioning, we still believe there is a lot of scope for improvement in the functioning of the parliament. I would like to congratulate the members of the parliament who have been appreciated today for the wonderful work they have done. And we do hope a lot of more parliamentarians will take more active interest in the legislative business. With these words, may I say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And I thank every one of you for participating, because it's a very important function. The parliament being the temple of democracy, I think we have got to ensure we have to respect them, but at the same time we have to expect them to conduct themselves in a manner that they deserve all that respect. Thank you very much.
We request Dr. K. Rosaiah, His Excellency the Governor of Tamil Nadu, to inaugurate the National Seminar on Politics, Democracy and Governance by launching the special edition of eZine, Pre-Sense, and then to deliver the Chief Guest Address.
Good morning to all of you. Sri T.S. Krishna Murthy, former Chief Election Commissioner of India, Professor K. Ramurthy, Dean, Academic Courses, Director in charge IIT Madras, Dr. Sudarshan Padmanabhan, Department of Humanities and Social Science, IIT Madras, Sri K. Srinivasam, Chairman, Prime Foundation, Chennai, recipients of Sansad Ratna Awards, participating delegates, distinguished invitees, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to launch the eZine Presents and inaugurate the National Seminar on Politics, Democracy and Governance, and address this distinguished gathering here this morning. Today, India stands as a symbol of democracy. It enjoys a great prestige and is placed on a high pedestal among the Committee of Nations. Our democratic system is based on the Constitution. Legislature, executive, judiciary and media are the four pillars of democracy. We have to uphold the principle of democracy, crossing all barriers. The fruits of democracy should reach the common man. We are the largest democracy with the finest written constitution in the world. The genesis of the Indian parliamentary legislature traces way back to the 18th century. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, in his concluding address in the Constituent Assembly on 25th November 1949, said, I quote, "If the people who are elected are capable and are men of character and integrity, they would be able to make the best even of defective constitution. If they are lacking in these qualities, the constitution cannot help the country. India needs today nothing more than self-honest men who will have the interest of the country before them." To achieve this fully, we need more intensive participation in the democratic process with great self-discipline of the elected members. What is worrying is that of late we see a lot of disruptions in Parliament. PRS legislative research reveals that about 32%, that is nearly one-third of the Parliament's valuable time, has been lost by disruptions. Because of disruptions, many bills could not be discussed in detail, and many MPs are unable to present their views in Parliament in spite of their preparations. It's not welcome one. The Honorable President of India, Sri Pranab Mukherjee, in his address at the joint session of Parliament recently, observed that frequent disruptions and adjournments develop cynicism among the people, leading to loss of faith in democratic institutions and governance. The legislators and parliamentarians should work towards restoring confidence of the people and the democratic institutions. They should be the voice of the people, their voters. We need a consensus among the legislators and parliamentarians to ensure zero disruption in the Parliament and state assemblies so that there blossoms healthy debates. Members of Parliament have the greatest advantage of planning visionary projects for their constituencies, which can help even the neighboring districts to promote education, economic growth, and employment opportunity. Every member of Parliament should bring visionary and people-oriented projects for his constituency that can give long-term benefit to the people. Educational institutions and NGOs should work together to create awareness to strengthen the democracy. I congratulate IIT Madras and Prime Foundation for their positive initiative. I conclude with the words of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Again I quote, "Parliamentary democracy is not something which can be created by some magic wand. It demands many virtues. It demands a certain devotion to work, but it demands also a large measure of cooperation, of self-discipline, of restraint. The more the self-discipline, the high is the development of the democracy." End quote. We need discipline with the debates. Democracy makes for debates. It precludes confrontation. While it makes for self-expression, it renders agitations reluctant. Accommodation and consensus make a healthy democracy. Discipline and decorum from the basic foundation of parliamentary and legislative democracy. End quote. Before I conclude, I would like to congratulate the 5 parliamentarians who stood very active in the parliamentary proceedings.
We invite Sri Srinivasan to present a memento to His Excellency the Governor. Arjun Ram Meghwal.